everybody, this is Michelle with Creative Operation, and I'm here today to share with you my design team project that I did for Country Craft Creations. And I'm using up the last bits of my Carta Bella summer collection. And when I say last bits, I mean I didn't have a whole lot left over, but I had enough to create this really awesome little stationery card folio that I'm going to show you how to make today. So this doesn't take a whole lot of paper. Like I said, I only had like 2 pieces of full paper left over, full 12 by 12 sheets, and then I had some scraps, lots of scraps. So I utilized that to make this project, and it turned out, I think, really super cute. And when I show you it today, we're going to use some other papers that I got from Country Craft Creations, and it's going to be really cute. This would be really great for a present. You could do this in any kind of theme you want, birthday, Christmas, Halloween, whatever you want, but any occasion where you're going to give a lot of gifts, you're going to have cards, and this would make a super cute gift to give to someone. So let's go through what I did. So again, you only need a little bit of pattern paper, really, and 3 sheets of cardstock to make this album, and you'll have a really cute album. So on the front, I did a shaker, and I did it with the 4x6 cut apart that I just framed with scraps, and made that cute little shaker with that. And then I just added some flowers and a butterfly from my stash. I put one of the stickers that I got in the design team package here that says choose joy down at the bottom, and I just thought that was a really cute little thing. The ribbon, the watermelon ribbon, came from Country Craft Creations, and so I decided I just loved the brightness of it, and it kind of fit with the theme of this card folio. On the spine, I used a couple of the stickers that I had left over to dress that up a little bit, and then I did put a sticker with this flower cart that says fresh flowers on the back. And this pink paper here was in my design team package as part of the coordinating cardstock that comes, that you can get with this collection. So really super cute. It has 3 sections basically, and let's go through those. So let's untie the ribbon closure here and go through here what we've got. So on the first part here is a card case basically, and it's an accordion pocket. It has a magnet closure. Used one of the stickers and some seam binding from my stash, and again, I had scraps, so I kind of pieced scraps together to make this. The pocket is an accordion pocket, but it also has dividers, and then in the dividers, let me take these out for you and show you, I made greeting cards out of my scraps. So we've got the divider here, the accordion with the dividers. I'm going to show you a kind of a little bit of a different way to make it. And let's go through the cards. So again, these are just cards I made from what I had left over. So I had a fairly good sized chunk of this lemon paper and the stickers and the ephemera piece, excuse me, can't talk today, that I had. And so I just made this really cute little card, and I popped the sticker up with pop dots, and then on the inside they had some a lemon stamp sticker, and then when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So I just made this really nice simple card, really nice generic, again, all from scraps and what I had left over. So here, one of the ephemera pieces, I tied some twine around it, used a sticker, and just made some really simple cards. I am not like the greatest card maker in the world, but I think these turned out really cute. So I just kind of mixed and matched and put them together, and here we go, I have my cards. So again, scraps, stickers, and then a sticker on the inside that I thought looked really, really cute. This one says it's summertime on the front, and it says sunshine on the inside. So I thought that was really super cute. And then this was a 4x4 cut apart that I just put on there, and I didn't really embellish that one, but I did put a cute little sticker on the inside. Used my envelope punch board to make the envelopes for these. So those go on the inside of this, and again, it has a magnet closure on there. And then you have the one page. Now the one page has 2 gusseted pockets, so you can see on the bottom, and then what I'm calling a flat pocket above that. So in the gusseted pockets, what I did was I stuffed them with little mini cards. So I thought you could put these on gifts, you know, little bag of candy that you're giving to somebody, whatever, you know, just little gift cards that you could use for gifts. So again, I just used scraps and made these cute little cards. Then I measured them and then figured out which envelope to use, or which envelope size to use for my punch board, and then I made envelopes to go with them. So they all have that. And some of these are really teeny tiny. Some of them are a little bit bigger. But I just used my scraps, just what I had left over. This was a piece of the coordinating cardstock. So that's what I did. This was an ephemera piece that I used. and made the card, put a little sticker on the inside, just decorated it up. Super simple, super cute. Then in the top pockets on both sides, I'll show you everything on the inside. There was a couple things that I did. So first all, the paper collection had these cute little tags on one of the 12 by 12s that I just cut out. And these make really cute little gift tags. You could add these to a card if you're making a card, whatever you want. So I added a little bit of twine from my stash and just did that pretty simply. And then in my design team package, I also had some graphic 45 artist trading card tags that I had left over. So I used the die to cover them, and then I used leftover ephemera pieces. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry, these weren't ephemera pieces. These were part of the cut-aparts. So I just put the cut-aparts on there that I thought fit with the pattern paper that I had left over and made cute little gift tags with those. So all of the gift tags fit in this top, what I'm calling flat pocket, and then the cards fit in this smaller gusseted pocket. And this gusseted pocket doesn't have dividers in it. This one's a little bit different. The one in the front under here does have the dividers. So then you turn it over and we have kind of the same thing. So I'll show you that in just a second, but I just used some stickers to jazz it up a little bit. Made some more cards. And again, these were all scraps, which I wasn't sure what I was going to be able to do with them. And then I got this idea and it was like, wow, this is great. This was a 4x6 cut apart. I just folded it in half. You can write on the inside and on the outside, put the stickers on there, and ta-da, you have a card. This one here was another cut apart that didn't have anything in the middle. I put a sticker on top and boom, you have a card. So cute little gift cards here. And then again, in the top flat pocket, I cut out two more of those tags from the 12 by 12 pattern paper. And then I also, three more. Here's the other one. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I had 3 of those. And then this one was an ephemera tag that I just added to it. So a really cute way of using that up. And then more of the graphic 45 artist trading card tags that I decorated so that you could use these for gifts or whatever you wanted to use them for. So those go in here. And then on in this, what I did was they had some paper in this collection that had little bitty teeny tiny stamps. And so what I did was I used my decal scissors that I've had for 100 years, and I just cut around the stamps so you can see, so it kind of gives that illusion of the stamp kind of thing. And then I put glue dots on the back of them so that you could use these as an envelope seal. So on the back of the card, put the card in here, and then you could use one of those to close the card. So I had the glue dot things that were on the little plastic pieces, so I just added them to there and then added the plastic on the top, so you can just take these out and you can use these as you want to. So I did that and added to this. So then see what I'm saying? This is a really cute little gift idea that you could make for someone. If I can get these back in the pocket, come on. And there you go. And then on the back, I thought, well, I wanted a little notepad. I do like notepads. So what I did was after I put the pattern paper on, I punched holes, set eyelets, and then I thread the ribbon through it. And then I took paper, punched holes, threaded the ribbon through that, and then tied a bow. So you have this cute little notepad in the back if you wanted to like make a list of who you want to give cards to or whatever. And then when you're done with it, you just simply untie the bow and cut more paper, punch more holes, and then you can refill it as you wish. So that's my project. Let's get to making it. It's really, really fun. It'll be really cute. And let's see, it measures 5 by 6.5, excuse me, and it has a 2-inch spine. So it's not too terribly big. And again, uses up a lot of scraps. So let's get started with the tutorial now that we've walked you through what we're going to be doing. So let's start off with the base. So the cover of this, you'll need 2 pieces that are 7.5 by 7.5. We're going to score them both the same exact way. So you're going to put this in your scoreboard. And on one of the 7.5 sides, you're going to score at 1/2 and at 5.5. And then you're going to turn it and you're going to score at 1/2 and at 7. Okay. You're going to do both pieces the same exact way. And then what you're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of trimming. So on this first one here, we're going to cut the corners completely off at like a 45-degree angle. Okay. So this is where the 1/2 inch tab is here and the 2 inch tab is over here. So we're going to cut those two corners completely off. And then we're going to miter these corners. All right. So miter all that. Okay, so there's that one. So we're going to do the same exact thing, except for the only difference is that we're going to cut the two tabs on the 2 inch side off completely. So again, we're going to miter the corners at like a 45-degree angle, and that's just going to help reduce bulk. And then we're going to miter the big 5-inch tab, and then we're going to just cut this one completely out. And I'm trying to turn it so I can see the score here. That's all we're going to do. And then what we're going to do is just attach those pieces. And that's going to create the spine of our album. And then the 1/2 inch tabs at the top, what that's going to do, or, you know, all the way around, is going to help just reinforce the folio. So we're just going to fold and burnish all of our score lines now. And I did change a little bit of the design from my prototype, or, you know, the project that I showed you. I'm changing it just a wee bit to make it, the pages turn just a little bit more. But pretty much we're doing everything exactly the same as I did it. All right. I'm going to fold and burnish all these pieces. Okay, so now once we have all of our pieces done, what I did is real simple. I just attached this 2 inch piece to this 2 inch piece, just like that. All right, so grab your art glitter glue, and we're going to go ahead and add some glue here. Get these cards out of the way here. All right, and then just put our glue down. Just make sure you don't get in the scores. You want to be just kind of like right at the edge of the score. Okay. Make sure there's no glue on the outside there. All right, and then we're going to simply just glue our tabs down over all of this. And that's just going to reinforce everything, and a little bit of glue there. And then it's also going to give us a nice finished edge. So it won't look like a cut cardstock edge. It'll just be nice and finished, like we wrapped an album. And I like that look. So I've been doing that a lot. And then just so that you know, the cardstock that I did use is the 100-pound Artisan, and that is available at Country Craft Creations. It's available in white, and I'm checking. I don't know if it's coming in any other colors yet, but I'm hoping so, because I am really loving using that for structures, and it's just got a lot more strength. It's 100-pound. Regular Artisan cardstock is amazing in and of itself, that's for sure, and we've all made folios and stuff with it. But the 100-pound is amazing. And if you're like me and you like to make boxes and things like that, then that stuff is just remarkable. So, yeah, I've bought several of them already. So, all right. So I'm just getting those down. And then what we're going to do is do the outside really quickly. Okay, so that's our inside. The tabs fold to the inside. So we have our folio here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab, I've got these pieces all ready to go here. So we're going to grab, that's for the inside spine. And then I should show you what I'm using for this. I got from Country Craft Creations in an Echo Park mystery box that they did for wintertime, and it's called Warm and Cozy. So that's what I'm using for this particular demo. And I just went ahead and cut everything already. And we're just going to go ahead. Before we do this, I've got some ribbon that I want to use for this. It has a nice woodland theme to it, so I wanted to kind of stick with the browns. And I'm going to find the center here, grab my score tape, and we're going to add the ribbon before we do the pattern paper. And I'm just finding my center of that and going to go ahead and put my ribbon down on both sides. I need to get a new centering ruler because this one, I love this one, but the markings are starting to wear off. I've used it so much. All right, so then we're just going to do that. So our ribbon will be down, which is good. Okay, and then we'll add our pattern paper to it. I just think this project turned out really super, super cute. And I did make a shaker already, and I will show you that towards the end. We'll talk about it, but I did make another shaker. They're super easy to make. I don't know why I haven't been making them, but I might end up making more, that's for sure, because they turned out to be kind of fun. I never thought that I was going to be a shaker girl, but I think I am. They have been fun to play with. So here we go. So going to put that paper down. I love that kind of whitewashed panel there. I didn't ink the edges of this because of the white cardstock that I'm using, which is fine. If you were using different cardstock, like if I chose to use craft with this instead, you know, I would maybe think about inking the edges, but since I'm using white, I decided not to. All right. So we'll do that. Okay, so there's the outside. Let's turn it over. So we're going to have our inside here. The first thing we're going to need to do is to do our accordion. I'm not going to put the inside spine pieces on yet because we have to add our page first. So we're going to build our page and then we'll do that later. So we're just going to set this aside for now. And let's go ahead and work on our front cover. So you're going to need a couple pieces here. We're going to need a flap that measures 6 by 5. You're going to need your accordion front. I'm going to put these out of the way too. That is 4 by 5. And then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 3 by 6, and these are your accordion sides. And then you're going to need your dividers, and there are 2 of them, and they are 3 by 4 and 15/16. So that one little line just before the 5-inch line, that's what we're going to do. So you need 2 of those. And the reason why I did that is so that it would kind of fit better inside of the cover. Okay, so grab your scoreboard and let's do some scoring. So the dividers don't need any score, so we're done with that. Get that out of the way. And let's grab our front cover flap is 6 by 5 and put it in the scoreboard at 6, and you're going to score at half and at 1, and that's it. And then you're just going to miter the first half-inch score. Okay, leave the second half-inch piece alone. Okay, so this piece is done. And then the accordion front is 4 by 5, and we're going to stick it in our scoreboard at the 4-inch at the top. And again, we're going to score at half and at 1. And then we're going to miter just that first half-inch piece, okay? So not the second. And then what we're going to do is do the accordion sides. So I already did these, but I want to show you how I did them. So you put the 6 inches at the top, and then because we're accordioning them, I like to make sure the scores go the way they're supposed to go. So every other score is going to go, you know, valley, mountain, or whatever. So you start, when I do this, I start at the half-inch. I'm going to score at every half-inch, and then I go 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, and then I just turn it over And then I score in between those. So I will score at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so does that make sense? We're doing it every half an inch. And the accordion, if you do it all at the same, then, you know, the scores aren't going to go the way they're supposed to go. When you score down there, you're going to end up with a mountain fold. And then if you score on the opposite side, you're going to get that valley fold. So that's going to help your paper bend the way you want it to bend and keeps it straighter. Okay, so that's the way I like to do it. I do this with my rosettes and stuff like that. So if I'm going to have a lot of scores like that, then I will totally do that. So then once you get that done, then we're just going to do this. All right, and there it's pretty straight. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of squish it down like so. Okay, let me put that here for now. So I'm going to fold how my scores go. Okay, and then squish it down with my bone folder. And I'm doing both sides to just try and get all the folds. All right, so we have that piece ready to go. And then our accordion front, we'll go ahead and fold and burnish all of our pieces here. All right, put that to the side. And then our flap, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. So fold and burnish. Really, really easy to make this. Really, really super easy. Okay, so let's start with our flap. Okay, so that's just going to attach like right here. Now check your fit and make sure. Now mine probably needs to be tweaked just a hair. So let me do that really quick. Just take a little bit off because I want to make sure that when it folds, it doesn't go into, you know, the fold and it doesn't hang off the side, which it is a little bit. So I'm going to do it a little bit more. Let's try that. Okay, I'm just checking the fit. That's good. Okay, so then I just literally took a sliver off, and then I'm just going to put some glue on here if I can get the glue out of the bottle. And glue it down. My little piece of gauze was hooked to my score tape. So this goes right to the edge, like so. All right. Okay, so that's going to give us a 1/2 inch gusset space at the top. Okay, so that piece is done. Then what we're going to do, let's take our sides and our front covers here. Okay, so this is going to attach to the back of the book here. All right, and these will attach to the front piece here. So the first thing that I went ahead and did was I added my dividers in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to glue a couple of these together. So we're going to skip on this side. We're looking at the right side here. We're going to skip this one, but we're going to glue this one shut, the next one shut. So I'm just going to open it up and put a little glue in there, and that's going to give us a place to actually put the accordion divider on. Okay, so when we look at it from the top, it'll look like that. Okay, so we skipped the first, glued the second, skipped the next, and then glue the next. Okay, so we're basically kind of doing every other one. And we're going to do this on both sides. Okay. There we go. So you should have a piece that when you open it up looks like this. So now we've got the two pieces here that are glued together, and then we've got the pieces in the middle, and then we've got the two pieces that are going to attach to everything. Okay, so then let's do it on the other side. Just make sure that you have this going the same way. or the opposite way, I should say. So we end up with the pieces that we're going to attach the dividers to at the inside. Okay, so we're going to skip this one, glue the second one. And I kind of got, I don't know, I know that this has probably been done, but I was trying, like, this kind of was born out of trying to make a blizzard book that's like an origami thing that I just cannot figure out, but I really love the way it looks. And so I was trying to kind of come up with something like that. Almost made it, but you know. Anyway, this is just another technique, another way of doing it. So there you have it. Okay, so now we've got our two pieces. Now our pieces that we glued are facing to the inside, and they've each got a V-fold, you know, or scores in the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our dividers. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue our dividers right on to that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just miter the top just a little bit so that they don't kind of stick up. So I'm just mitering the piece that we glued just a little bit so that it doesn't show once we glue the divider on. You don't have to miter the bottom because that's going to be at the bottom. All right. So I'm going to take my piece here, and here's my tabs that I mitered, and I'm just going to put a little glue on here. And I'm going to do one side at a time. And then I'm just going to glue that down. Not in the score, but just like right before the score, okay? And I'm just going to kind of push that in and make sure it's glued down. So it's glued right to the front of that little piece, okay? So that piece will be behind, okay? Hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to do the other one. Okay, and again, I'm just going to set that in there, kind of make sure it's all nice and flush. Now, the other reason I cut these at 15/16 is because once we do this, the paper with the accordion is going to add a little bit of width too. So this should work out just pretty perfect. So then I'm going to take my second one here. We're going to glue those together, doing the same method. I'm just going to fit that in there and squish that down. And then last divider here. All right, just like that. So that's what you're going to have, okay? So this piece here, this 1/2 inch piece will glue to the back of the book, and then this front part here is going to attach to here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next, is we're going to attach that. So I'm going to just miter this one just a little bit. So this is the front tab that will attach to the front cover here, and we're just going to glue that down to the front. Like so. And what I'm going to do, this is a little bit tricky. I'm going to go ahead and lay it on the table and do it like that. Make sure that it's not in the crease of the score on the bottom. Okay, so just like that. So now we have that piece attached. And then we're going to do the same thing here. And I'm just going to lay that down. Maybe I'm going to lay that down. There we go. Like that. Okay. Okay. So it should lay nice and flat. Okay. Just like that. So now we have our front piece here, and we have our accordion piece here, and then we have the bottom piece. So then this is just going to, fold over, and we're just going to glue those two corners there. And just, it's going to give us a little bit of a gusset like that. Okay? So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of glue here. And we're going to fit it on here. And it is a little fiddly. I'm sorry about that. Try and get that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to grab one of my clips. Once you kind of get it in there, grab one of my clips and hold it down. And then I'll get the other one here, and hopefully this all works. Okay. Like that. Ah! There we go. Okay, so now what we've got is our piece completed like that. Okay, so I'm just letting the clips hold it for just a second, and then what we're going to do is just add it to the page. And it will go like that. And it will glue on the sides. So let's see how we are doing here. It's the beauty of art glitter glue. It sets up pretty fast. It does give you a little time to fiddle, and then it sets up pretty fast. So, all right, now you don't have to miter those because we're going to cover that up with pattern paper, and then we're just going to lay this down right to the edge, like so. Okay, so matching the bottom and the side here. Make sure that we're all in the same spot, and then I'm going to go inside here with my bone folder and then just kind of crease that down so that hopefully, yeah, we got a good stick. And then you can go in the side here, kind of push that down like so. Okay, so now you have this really cute little accordion fold with dividers in it to put your cards in. And then all I'm going to do is put, where'd my pattern paper go? So this was part of that collection. This one's going to be for the back. You can see the holes there. So this one's going to just slide in here and cover all of that up like that. All right. And I'm not going to go ahead and glue that down yet because we'll get through the tutorial and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. I do have some pieces of paper, haven't decided which ones I'm going to use yet, but to cover the 1/2 inch gusset here on the front and back, and then one for the bottom piece here. So I have those ready to go. And then we're going to set a magnet. So the magnet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up and I'm going to make sure that this is perpendicular here. Make sure everything's even. All right, I'm going to just draw a little pencil mark, and then that'll show me where I can put my magnet. Okay. So I've got a lot of room to work with here. So we're going to go ahead and set our magnet. Like right about in the middle, like right there. And then set it to the front. Now, you could round the corners on this flap if you want to. I'm just going to do this again, and I'm going to match up that pencil line here, making sure everything's straight. And there you go. So then I've got the pieces for the front that I'm going to use. I'm going to use that for the inside, and then it'll close, and then I'm going to use this piece for the outside. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. All right, so on to the middle page. So the middle page is really simple. We're going to take a piece that's 6.5 by 5.5, and we're going to grab our scoreboard here and get this out of the way, and then we're going to score at 1/2 and at 3/4, and that's going to give us a little bit of room to move with our page. And we're going to fold and burnish. Okay, I'm not going to add it to the book quite yet. We're going to go ahead and build our pages. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make Each page is going to have an accordion pocket on the bottom, and then it's going to have a flat pocket on the top. So what we're going to do is for the flat pockets, you will need 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 5 3/4. You're going to put those in your scoreboard, and you're going to score at half, at 5 1/4, and then turn it on one of the long sides here and score it like at 2. That's what I'm going to do. I find it easier to score further away from the 1/2 inch, so I do that a lot. And so if you see me do that, that's what I'm doing. So both of those like that. And then the middle page accordion pocket, 2 that are 2.5 by 7 3/4. So we're going to do this a little different. So the 7 3/4 at the top. So you're going to score at half, at 1, and at half, and then score at 6 1/4, 6 3/4, 7 3/4, or 7 1/4. So I'm sorry, 6 1/4, 6 3/4, 7 1/4. And then I'm going to just flip it over, and that middle score, so we did the 3 scores, the middle one here, I'm going to score it again so that it actually goes in the proper direction. So over here on this side, the half, 1 1/2, we're going to score at the 1 here. Just score that again, and then that'll bring it to the right direction for the accordion. Okay, so we have our 3 scores on the sides. Then turn it to your 2.5 inch side and score it at 2. Okay, then what we're going to do is I'll do one side, and then I'll do the other side off camera so you don't have to watch it because it's exactly the same. And then I'll show you how to put it in the book. Okay, so first off, what we're going to do is we're going to miter all 3 of the 1/2 inch scores on one side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the long piece here. We're going to miter that and kind of cut that just a little bit of an angle. So you should have a piece that will look, excuse me, oh, that wasn't very good, like that. And then you're going to fold and burnish. So when you take the scores, it's going to fold to the inside and then out and then in. Okay. So this is a simple accordion type expanding pocket. This one will not have a bottom gusset. It'll just be flat on the bottom. Okay, so once you get those folded, then we'll fold and burnish the bottom one up. And then what you're going to do is just put a little dab of glue here. Again, maybe, if my glue bottle will work. And here again, right here. And grab some clips. Fold that up. And then put a clip on there. Let's hold that for just a second. Okay, that's going to be your accordion pocket. So while that dries, let's grab our flat pocket here. And we're going to do this just like a regular pocket. So I'm going to take the bottom corners off at 45-degree angle and miter the top ones. Sorry, off camera. And fold and burnish. Okay, so we have our 2 pockets. So that should be set pretty good. Put those down. So I'm going to do the back of this just because I think it'll be easier when I put it in the book and everything to show you, and also when I put the other pages on. But anyways, the bottom pocket, the bottom accordion is going to go down at the bottom. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue here. And then just glue that to the page and make sure, you know, that you're not sticking in the scores, but it should be good. And especially since we're using the give space technique to help the pages turn a little bit nicer. Okay, so we have our bottom accordion pocket, and then we're going to take our top pocket, and it's not going to sit in the pocket, it's just going to sit right above it. And then we're going to use patterned paper that will go clear to the inside. And it'll cover up all of the tabs and things. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. And then glue that down right above it. Okay, so you can see it's right above that top pocket. Okay, just like that. And then I'll show you what it's going to look like. So I have the pages here. So I've cut them out already. So we're going to put a little paper here. And then this page here, this will go down in and cover up all those tabs like so. If I can get it in there. You may have to fiddle with it a little bit, but that should line up with the top pocket right there. Okay, so it's going to look like that. And then we have another piece that will go in this top pocket right here and cover up all those tabs, and that'll give you your pockets for all your tags and your fun little gift cards and stuff that you're going to make. Okay, so I'm not going to go ahead and glue those down now. I'll do that in a minute, but then all you have to do now is add it to your book. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and miter the corner, the 1/2 inch piece there for the book, and grab my book, and it's going to go right smack dab in the middle. So this is a 2-inch spine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come at it from this side, and I'm going to find the inch mark, and I'm going to draw a little pencil line just so I can see where it is. Okay, so there's my inch, and then I'm going to put this just right smack dab in the middle here and glue it down right there, and it will go top to bottom there. It should meet because it's the same height as the folio. So add a little glue here, and then just line it up at your pencil mark, top to bottom, and glue that down, just like that. All right, and then here is where your inner spine pieces come. So I cut these at 6 3/8 by 7/8, and then these are just going to go on either side of that page, and that will cover the tab. Okay, so you'll have a piece that looks like that. All right, so now all you have to do is put your pattern paper on and just put the other pockets on the front side here, and then it's going to be, that page will be done. So then back page. So the first thing we're going to do is, well, I went ahead and punched the holes in this because that's going to help me it helped me do the papers. So anyway, what I did was I used my Crocodile, and I used the biggest holes here because I'm going to set eyelets. And then I used the Crocodile and used the smaller holes because I'm going to use the ribbon to thread through them. So what we're going to do is glue this down to our back page, and then we're going to punch holes and set eyelets. Like so, making sure that we're not in the scores, we're on the right spot. So we're going to glue that all down. Okay, so you have to get the back paper on first. All right, and then you can punch the holes afterwards. I just did it so I could get everything ready to go. You totally could punch the holes after you do this. It doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to try and get everything ready. So what I'm going to do is grab my Crocodile, and I'm going to punch the holes again, and use the proper side would be helpful. Okay, so we're punching clear through the whole thing. All right. Then grab your eyelets. So I have 2 eyelets, and I went from the back side to set them. Like so. Okay, so our eyelets are set on the back. And then what I'm going to do is grab my ribbon, and where is my pick up here? I'm going to put my ribbon through the holes. Like so. I just thought this was a cute way of having a notebook that was replaceable, and it was pretty. Then I'm going to grab, sorry about this, guys. I'm going to try this. So this is a what is it? It's a like a floss deal for when you have braces. That I'm using to help thread these through. Okay, so just like that. Then I'm just going to tie a bow, and then that is done, and you have this cute little notepad that you can totally put as much or as little as you want in here, and you can refill it when you're done. So tie it in a bow, and boom, there you go. All right. So there's our notepad. Okay, so that's pretty much how you make this. So you're going to go ahead and do that, and then, you know, finish putting your pockets on the other side and make your cards, and, you know, the rest is like totally up to you on how you do it. Now let's talk about, I'll show you the shaker that I made that I'm going to put on the front. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it, and I'll come back and I'll show you the final result on this particular project. But I just used a 4x4 cut apart, and I had some, I actually had some shaker stuff that I totally forgot I had. So I got little bitty seed beads in here and some sequins. It says let it snow. I thought the colors worked perfect. So this is a 4x4 cut apart. And then I took a piece of the pattern paper and I used my frame punch that I got from We Are Memory Keepers. And I went ahead and did a 1/4-inch frame, used foam tape, and created my shaker. Used a couple of the collection's chipboard stickers for the corners, and then a couple of the enamel dots that came with the mystery box that I got with the Echo Park winter theme, and made the shaker. So this is going to be the front of my book. All right. I think it turned out really cute. All right, so I'm going to stop here for a second. I'm going to get this done, and then I'm going to come back with the final result. Okay, I'm back. I've finished putting together the album. Let's go through it real quick. As we left off, I didn't have the pattern papers on or anything, but we did talk about the shaker that I did. So again, it was a 4x4 cut apart, and I just used a little foam tape, the acetate, and put my shaker elements in there, and it turned out really super cute. A couple of the chipboard pieces in the corners, real simple, but this is you know, you can decorate it as much as you want. So this is what the outside looks like. I did not put a sticker on the back of this yet. May do that. So we have a simple ribbon closure. And it opens up. And then we'll look at the first part here. So this is our first accordion pocket that has a divider in it. And we're going to put some big cards in there. So I used 3x4 cut aparts, and then I just used some of the paper collection and just made some really super simple cards. But then I did put stickers on the inside to kind of decorate them up a little bit. So I made several of those. So we'll just look through those real quick. Just really simple. Again, I'm not like the greatest card maker in the world, but I think these turned out really, really cute. And these are pretty generic, so they're nice wintertime greetings. You could use these for Christmas if you wanted to. You could use them just for note cards for sending to people. So very cute. So these go into this accordion pocket here, and we'll just put a couple of them in there in the back here. And this can hold actually quite a bit. So I just made 4 of the cards, but you could totally make more if you wanted to. So let's get those in there, and then with the envelopes, and just close up like that. So then we have our middle page, and it has the gusseted pockets on the bottom, and then it has the flat pockets on the top. And I made some different things to put in there. So I did some really super cute little mini cards with the stickers, really cute for like putting on gifts. And just use some scraps to make these. So, and then my envelope punch board to go ahead and make envelopes for them. This is a 3x4 cut apart that is just really super simple, and then made that. So those go in here, okay, in the bottom gusseted pocket. And then in the top pocket, we're going to put our tags. So what I did first off was I had a couple of these craft graphic 45 artist trading card tags in my stash. So I used some twine with that, some scraps of pattern paper and stickers, and just made some really cute little tags. And then I also had this tag in my stash that had an eyelet in it. I have no idea when I got it, and I don't even know how old it is. But again, just pattern paper and a few stickers, and it creates this cute little tag. And then last Christmas, one of my design team packages was Hello Christmas, and they had, I remembered, had some of these little mini tags on one of the 12 by 12 cut aparts, and I thought the colors fit perfect. So I went and rated that. So these actually came from a design team package, used some of my twine and did that. So these will just tuck in the top pocket there with all the other tags. And there you go. You have quite a variety of little gift cards and things like that. And then turn it over. Here's the other side of the page. And again, here we have some more tags that I made. All right. Super, super simple to do. And then I didn't make envelope seals on this one, but totally could. And again, more little tags that I got from the design team package I had left over from last year. So have those. Wouldn't this be a cute little gift to give to somebody? All kinds of different things you could do with this. So again, little cards made with leftover stickers, and just simple, but super cute, super fun, would be great to add to gifts. So that is the project here. I thought this was really a fun project to make. I think that this would be a really great stash buster to use up. Like if you had another kit that you made a project with, you had some leftovers, you could make a card kit with it and do all these little fun things. It would be great for gift giving and things like that. So then all of that just fits in there. There's plenty of room to actually add more if you wanted to. And it just ties up in a pretty little bow. And we're all done. So thank you for watching. This has been my third design team tutorial using Carta Bella's great summer line, and we made a stationery card folio, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be back really soon with another tutorial for you. I've got some great things coming using the new Bee House papers that is exclusive for Country Craft Creations. So go to countrycraftcreations.com and get your supplies. Please subscribe and hit the little bell down below and get notified whenever I do a tutorial. And I will see you again soon. Thanks a lot and have a great crafty day. Bye-bye.